What's going on, guys? Welcome back into yet another review, and as you can tell by the title of the video, we're reviewing none other than the new Lowriders movie. So check it out.
You have any idea what this caused your family? Writing your name on other people's property? Do you have an ounce of shame on a criminal like your brother?
Do you know what people call me now? Ghost. Because for the last 8 years, you haven't so much as mentioned my name to remind people that I exist. You're a joke, and nothing changes.
Talk to your sons.
I can't talk to my sons. They just don't want anything to do with me.
Alright, guys, so the film was directed by Ricardo de Montreuil or something like that. Montreuil. It stars Demián Bichir, Gabriel Chavarria, Theo Rossi, Melissa Benoist, Tony Revolori, and Eva Longoria. That's a pretty good cast. So, I mean, you can already tell, like, I like the cast. But moving on with, I want to start off with negatives of this film. I feel like the film was badly edited. At first, I thought that, you know, it was trying to be, like, three different types of film. Like, you know, like, it kind of got lost in, like, okay, I'm trying to tell this story. But I feel like it was more the editing of anything, you know, kind of the scenes didn't, you know, okay, we're over here. The film does take place in Los Angeles, by the way, which I love because I live near it. I feel like it was trying to be like, okay, this indie film about, like, what it's like to be out, you know, at night, you know, at that age, you know, getting toggles at night, going to these obscure shows, you know, like of these bands and stuff like that. Like I've kind of lived that, so like I really like that in that aspect of the film, that, you know, that indie vibe. But then it started being like it was mixed with like this whole competition vibe of it. Like it was about the main character, which is Danny. He was in between of like, okay, should I, you know, go here with my dad, or not go here, but like help my dad in this competition, the lowrider competition, the annual event, or should I help my brother? You know, it was kind of that. But I feel like it was just badly edited. You know, there's some parts, like I said, don't flow well. Like you're here, but in the competition, stuff like that, then it's just like this obscure, okay, you know, the main character, Danny, he's an artist and stuff like that. So you go into like this indie movie vibe of like showing you, like he's showing Melissa Benoist like the art and stuff like that. And also, so that's that. I think it has to do with the editing. And then I think the directing, I guess, and the acting kind of falls into the negative category, because sometimes the accent that these guys were trying to do was like just like, especially the brother, Theo Rossi or whatever. I like him in general. He did a good role. Like I liked his acting, but just the accent like just pulled me off. You know, sometimes I try to be like, oh, what's up, homie? What's up, fool? Or like, you know, like that whole aspect. Like sometimes like cause he wasn't consistent with it. Like, you know, there's times where, okay, well, why didn't you like say it like this? You know, kind of like the accent and stuff like that. So, I mean, but other than that, like I said, this film does take place in Los Angeles, so I love the cinematography. It starts off with, you know, like the backdrop of LA and stuff like that. I love the cinematography in this. As far as the story of it, I really like it. I like the whole, like I was talking about earlier, the whole competition aspect of like, and the brother trying to be an artist and stuff like that. So if you are kind of like an inspiration, like up and coming artist or whatever, you can definitely relate to this guy, because he feels like nobody believes in him and stuff like that. And like everybody's like, you know what, you're going nowhere with your art, just quit, you know, do this instead, you know. And this guy, he constantly, you know, goes out there. He's not a graffiti tagger or whatever. He does genuinely beautiful art, you know, in the movie. Like it's really breathtaking. Again, going back to cinematography. So I like that aspect of like him like struggling with that, but also struggling in the case of like his brother, he hasn't seen in like 8 years. He was in jail, stuff like that. Okay, should I help him or should I help my dad? You know. So I like that aspect of the story. Again, the acting, going on with the acting now. I guess it could have been a little bit better. But overall, Demián Bichir, the main character, the dad, he was really good. I really liked his part in it. Other than that, the side characters like Chewy, which is played by Tony Revolori, he was pretty cool. I liked seeing him pop up and everything. Melissa Benoist was really good as well. Even Longoria was really good, even though she had a little bit of not that much screen time. Alright guys, so like I said, this film does a good job overall of telling you this specific story. So I think I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Let me know if you guys saw it. It's kind of an indie film, kind of, you know, released not in that many theaters this weekend. So if you guys got a chance to check it out, please let me know your thoughts down below. If you agree with my score or think it was worse or less. The critics are kind of on the fence about it. And I'm like in between, like obviously like a 6, you know. But I do believe that the story and a little bit the acting, Demián Bichir's, and also Gabriel Chavarria, whatever, as Danny, his acting was really pretty good. I think he's in something upcoming too. So you guys, again, like I said, let me know what you guys thought about the movie. And as always, you guys can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Real Talk with 2Ks. And I'll see you guys later this week. Peace.